Okay, I'm going to show you how to set your garden up for the winter. Almost maintenance free once it's set up. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can go about getting your leaves and your chopped grass and stuff, even if you don't have the rake and stuff set up like I do right there. So I'll give you some pointers on that at the end of the video. Look, it's kind of a dreary, drizzling, typical winter morning. Well, I say winter, but South Louisiana is winter. It's been 78 degrees here for the last 5 days. The oldest thing we got going for us this morning is, you'll notice, the leaves. The leaves are starting to fall. They took their time to do it, but they are doing it. All right, that's a gardener's gold mine. This morning I have to run my granddaughter to the eye doctor. But when I get back, you better believe these leaves are going to be cut with the lawnmower, raked up, and they're going in my garden. Now, I have been pouring compost in these gardens for the last 3 or 4 months. But it's been so warm, nothing's died back. Look, it's starting to grow back. That's okay. When I throw the cardboard and compost to it, all that green will die back down. And all it's gonna do is make more compost. Just garden to go for next year. So this is how you do your cardboard for your garden. You take your razor knife, all plastic, any plastic. You just do a little scroll around it. Kind of hard to do one-handed. But make your cut, come back, and peel that plastic off. You do not want plastic in your garden for any reason. Because once it gets in there, you can't get it out. You'll be 10 years from now digging up plastic. All right, but it takes time, but just take your time and do it. Check your box careful, all the way around. Once you get it all checked and cut out, then you go out there and put it to go. All right, I got my old trusty rig hooked up, and I'm fixing to rake leaves. Now I got my cardboard over here, and it's plastic free. Now, as I said a few minutes ago, this was nothing but bare compost a couple of weeks ago. But it's been 70, 80 degrees for the last week or so. And the stuff is starting to grow back in it. So what I'm gonna do, when I get through with this cardboard and these leaves, it'll be set up again for next year. This machine is Craftsman's rake. And my Cub Cadet is a pretty efficient rake. You can see where I've been raking. Where I have raked and where I have not raked. It makes a heck of a difference. And it picks it up fast. Don't take but a couple of seconds. Okay, this is what it looks like after the cardboard and the mulch is down. Now, I preached this for years. The cardboard, when you put it down, it's a barrier. You overlap it. That keeps the grass from growing up in your bed. It kills the existing grass. The roots will rot down into the ground and open up channels for your water, your compost as it decays, your worm poop, and all that will go into the ground. I have never dug, plowed or tilled this dirt. This bed was built on solid ground. So was that one. As the compost builds, I add. That way, this compost I'm putting here, all it's going to do is hold moisture and help keep the grass down, keep the ground at a pretty good temperature, and hold the worms. As that cardboard decays, the worms are going to come up under it. Now, this, other than keeping it warm and holding moisture, this compost is worthless. It won't do me any good this year. Next year, it'll be a little good. 2 years from now, 3 years, it'll be into that ground pushing in plants. Every year I do this. Cardboard, leaves, grass clippings. You see it. I've about got the yard raked. But the thing is, those trees are going to keep on shedding. And as they keep on shedding, I'm going to keep on raking and keep on piling. This bed here will be 6 inches deep, and this one will be filled up to the top of the blocks before it's over with. And it'll sit here until next year. Then you come out here and you take and cut little X's in the cardboard, plant your plants, your seeds, or whatever, and leave a little opening. It'll grow right up through it. And when it does that, your bed is protected, the grass can't grow. By the time those plants are harvested, the grass will just be starting to break the ground. You went a whole year, you haven't pulled grass, you hadn't had to hoe your garden, and basically you don't have to water it. Now, if it gets any easier than that, I hope somebody will send me a message. People, I do this every year. I have preached this over and over. It works. Look, the biggest mistake on a small section like I'm in right here, look how small this is. I'm guessing 300 foot by maybe 500 feet. Look, the rest of the yard is yard. That's it. Well, my beehive's over there. But the biggest mistake people my age, with small gardens, make is they plant 10 tomato bushes. People, if you got that dirt right, with compost and all, you can't give away tomatoes you can grow on 10 bushes. You only need like 3 bushes. Squash, 2 or 3 bushes. You name it, peppers, 1 or 2 jalapenos, maybe a couple of banana peppers, maybe 2 bell peppers. That's all you need. Because you're not going to eat it continuously. You'll be freezing, putting it in your freezer. All right? Now, I have preached it over here. That's my fig tree. That's my asparagus. I got the gardens against the wall over there. But everything you see is compost. Look at my ginger. Look how I bedded it down for the winter. See that? That ginger's bedded down for the winter. Look at that. See how wet and damp that is? All right. That's also has worms in it. So there's my 4 gingers. But my blackberries, I'll be damned, I got blackberries too. I hadn't been out here in a day or two. Look at the berries. They on the bush. It's the wrong time of the year though. Anyway, it's compost, people. I'm talking pure doggone compost. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Every year I fill these up. Every year. And that's about all I do. You will not see me hoeing, digging, or cutting out of my garden. Oh, a stray weed every once in a while. Yeah, you pull it. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes. That's it, people. Now, if it gets any easier than this, I hadn't figured it out. But like I said, I'm 83 years old. I take my time. I got buckets against the fence over there. Little flower beds, most of that's blueberries and onions. And then I come into my little bed here. This bed, I grow carrots and stuff around the fig tree. And I grow different things over there, potatoes, etc., whatever. But I grow enough to keep me and Mama happy. Oh, I got a freezer full of figs, blueberries. You won't believe in the ginger. That's 4 pots of ginger right there. I got 2 over yonder. I harvest all I want, when I want, and I'll sell, I don't know, on the average $200-300 a year worth of ginger. People will stop out there and come in here and ask and buy without me even advertising. But anyway, people, you can't work harder and have fun. People will start a garden and they'll have it all set up and spend a fortune on plants that's already blooming, etc. Fertilized, topsoil, raised beds. I mean, they go after it. Then they plant it. And then the weeds set in. And what happens? After 2 or 3 months, they lose interest. That garden goes to heck. When I plant this garden right here, I don't worry about weeds. I don't worry about grass. I don't worry about watering most of the time because, like I said, compost holds that moisture. And Barbara and I travel. Bob, Momo and I, we travel. All right? We can stay gone 3 or 4 weeks. When I come back, my bed's just like you see it. It'd be just like this with my plants growing in it. That's the only exception. The plants will be growing in it. I'm not even here to take care of them. Why? I don't need to. I just don't need to. I mean, it's so simple. I can take care of everything out here in all my raised beds and everything in a matter of maybe 30 minutes a week. That's it. That's it. I'll just let nature take its course. I don't disturb my soil. I leave my worms and bacteria and stuff alone, let it multiply. I don't use fertilizer. I don't eat it. Well, I have worm poop. I don't consider that a fertilizer. I consider worm poop a supplement. And that's me talking. I have no backup on that except what I think. Anyway, like and subscribe. Now, I know a lot of y'all do not have access to a rake or leaves, trees in your yard. So it's simple. Any subdivision you can find with trees in it, sooner or later, this time of the year, they're going to be raking up leaves and putting them in bags for people to haul them off for the trash. Ride the subdivision, people. Pick out one that's got a lot of trees and ride around. When you see those bags out there, knock on the door. Always ask. Never touch somebody else's property without asking. Tell them, look, I could use those leaves in my garden. Can I have them? Look, they'd be tickled to death to let you have them. And you don't have to rake them. Go home, put them in your garden like I just showed you. There's people that cut trees, landscapers. Get on the phone and call them. They have to dispose of this stuff somewhere. Hey, it just so happens they might have some extra wood chips or some extra leaves, and they're gonna pay to dump them, or they're gonna give them to you. It's up to It's up to them. Now, that's the easy way, people. But now look, if you can't get access to leaves, grass clippings, somebody that mows lawns, call people that cut grass for a living. Explain to them what you need and tell them you'll be willing to give them $1 or $2 to come out of their way to drop them off at your house. Or you can pick them up. There's ways to do it. It's just your cardboard, newspaper, Walmart, and trash, whatever. It's very simple. Anyway, like and subscribe.